Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Nama saya Muhammad Ridwan Zainuddin. Saya daripada kelas DDTN 3A. Hari ini saya akan membentangkan tentang problem based task PBT yang telah diberikan kepada kami. Saya telah memilih untuk menerangkan tentang identify the goal of security policy and identify the structure of security policy. Pertama sekali saya akan menerangkan tentang identify the goals of security policy. Yang pertama adalah confidentiality, iaitu keep the sensitive information private. Encryption service can protect your data at rest into the transit and private authorized access to the protection data. Kat sini bermaksud adalah dia dapat menyimpan maklumat sensitif kita secara peribadi, iaitu maklumat peribadi kita lah. So dia dapat simpan secara sulit. Yang kedua kat sini perkhidmatan inskripsi dapat melindungi data kita pada waktu rehat ataupun waktu untuk perjalanan lah. Perjalanan data itu untuk sampai ke satu destinasi, dan dia juga dapat mencegah akses yang tidak sah bagi melindungi data kita. Dia dapat menyekat kat situ. Poin kedua adalah integrity, the consistency of data network and system. This include the mitigation proactive measure to restrict unapproached change while also have the ability to recover data that has been lost or compromised. Kat sini dia bermaksud dia adalah konsistensi antara data, jaringan dan sistem tersebut lah. So ini juga termasuk langkah-langkah proaktif yang dapat menyekat perubahan yang tidak disetujui. Lepas tu dia juga mempunyai kemampuan untuk memulihkan data yang telah hilang. Integrity. Okay. Poin ketiga adalah availability. Refer to the authorized user that can freely access the system, network and data need to perform their tasks. Resolving the hardware and software conflict along with the regular maintenance is the crucial to keep system up and available. Maksudnya kat sini, poin pertama adalah dia merujuk kepada pengguna yang dapat mengakses sistem dan jaringan ataupun data yang diperlukan secara bebas untuk melakukan tugas-tugas harian mereka. Selain itu, dia juga menyelesaikan masalah konflik perkakasan dan perisian bersama dengan menyelenggara secara berkala, iaitu dia sangat penting untuk memastikan sistem sentiasa tersedia lah. Yang kedua, saya akan menerangkan tentang identify the structure of security policy. Poin pertama, the security policy framework is the unifying structure that ties together on organization security documentation. Ensuring security is the multi-layered process that extends throughout a business, agency or institute. Maksudnya kat sini, kerangka dasar keselamatan adalah struktur penyatuan yang menghubungkan dokumentasi keselamatan organisasi. Yang kedua, maksud kedua adalah dia memastikan keselamatan adalah proses berlapis-lapis, iaitu memastikan proses keselamatan ini adalah proses yang berlapis-lapis yang meliputi seluruh perniagaan atau agensi ataupun satu institut tersebutlah. Okey, poin seterusnya adalah currently on organization security policy framework encompasses the version of its senior leadership, the law and regulation that apply to its operation, and all of guidance necessary to successfully achieve the security goals. Maksud kat sini adalah kerangka dasar keselamatan ini organisasi merangkumi visi, kepimpinan kanan dan undang-undang dan peraturan yang dibuat dalam proses ataupun operasi sesuatu perkara tersebutlah, dan semua panduan khusus yang diperlukan untuk berjaya mencapai tujuan keselamatan, iaitu goals of security. Daripada saya adalah by the given structure of the variety of document necessary for security, the framework help to ensure that all of the important elements of the security process are in place and that that there is a vehicle of communicating these element across the organization. Maksudnya kat sini adalah dengan memberikan struktur kepada berbagai dokumen yang diperlukan untuk keselamatan, kerangka ini dapat membantu memastikan bahawa semua elemen penting dari proses keselamatan sudah ada ataupun sudah tersedia. Dan dia ada untuk menyimpan unsur-unsur ini ke seluruh organisasi. Dia dapat menyimpan semua data-data ataupun seluruh unsur-unsur tu ke dalam organisasi dengan selamat. Poin terakhir adalah there is a general hierarchy of documentation that organization follow when establish the security policies framework. Ada 4 iaitu policies, standard, guideline dan procedure. 4 ni. Ini dia bermaksud kat sini terdapatnya hierarki umum dokumentasi yang diikuti oleh organisasi ketika membuat kerangka dasar keselamatan. So waktu kita nak buat kerangka dasar keselamatan tu, kita perlukan 4 hierarki ni untuk kita follow supaya kita dapat mencipta satu dasar yang cantik dan selamat. Itu saja daripada saya. Terima kasih kerana menonton. Seterusnya saya akan serahkan kepada kawan-kawan saya.
Okey, Assalamualaikum dan nama saya Lokman. So, sekarang saya nak terangkan tentang the standard guidelines and procedure of a security policy. Okay, standard. Okay, standard. A mandatory action or rule designed to support and conform to a policy. Okay, mandatory action ni maksudnya dia satu tindakan wajib. So maksudnya standard ni dia satu tindakan wajib yang perlu dibuat lah untuk support polisi. Okay, a standard should make a policy more meaningful and effective. Must include one or more accepted specification typically developed in accordance with published federal, state or industry regulation, requirements or standards. Okay, so standard ni apa? Standard ni maksudnya standard ni sepatutnya dia membantu polisi ni jadi lebih efektif. Okay, standard ni macam satu agensi tu, dia adakan satu standard untuk pengeluaran. Contohnya satu agensi tu dia adakan satu standard untuk pengeluaran. So sampai standard tu limit tu je. So dia tak boleh lebih standard tu. So dalam sama pengeluaran dia terkawal. Itulah standard. Dia dijadikan polisi lebih efektif. Okay, next ialah procedure. Procedure are operational process necessary to implement institutional policy and describe the process, who does what, when they do it and under what criteria. Okay, procedure ni. Procedure dia macam proses operasi. Dia proses operasi yang telah ditetapkan. Sama macam standard, dia ditetapkan juga prosedur ni. So prosedur ni dalam apa-apa kriteria yang ada dekat contoh agensi tu, kita ada setiap benda ada prosedur dia. Okay, procedure may integrate a series of steps taken to accomplish an end goal. So maksudnya prosedur ni dia adalah langkah yang diambil lah untuk kita capai goal kita, untuk kita target kita punya goal lah. Okay, next define how to protect resource. So prosedur ni juga dia beritahu kita macam mana kita nak protect kita punya sumber. Okay, specify the structure to enforce the policy and provide a quick reference in time of crisis. Okay, so prosedur ni dia sama setiap perkara yang kita lakukan untuk dalam agensi apa-apa, dia memang akan ada prosedur untuk kita patuhi lah. Dia macam peraturan tapi yang tetapkan, dia wajib kat mandatory. Okay, next ialah guidelines. Guidelines ni adalah panduan. Okay, general statement, recommendation or administrative instruction designed to achieve the policy objective by providing a framework to implement procedures. Okay. Panduan ni dia guideline ni dia panduan. Panduan ni dia adalah macam penyataan umum. Penyataan umum yang dikeluarkan untuk mencapai objektif polisi. Dengan dia bagi itulah. Dengan disediakan kerangka-kerangka untuk melaksanakan prosedur. Okay, can change frequently based on environment and should be reviewed more frequently than standard and policies. So, guideline ni dia boleh berubah dengan kerap sebab dia berdasarkan dia kena ditengok persekitaran lah, dan dia juga kena dikaji dengan lebih kerap daripada standard dengan polisi. Okay, guideline ni is not mandatory but rather is suggestion of the best practice. Okay, guideline ni macam saya cakap ia adalah panduan. So panduan ni dia tak wajib, tapi dia merupakan satu cadangan lah. Cadangan untuk jadikan satu perkara tu lagi lebih baik. Amalan tu jadi amalan yang lebih baik lah. Okay. Seterusnya saya akan terangkan tentang the rules and responsibility with security policy. Okay. Roles are needed in organization to provide clear responsibilities and understanding of how information protection can be achieved. Their purpose is to clarify, coordinate the activities and action necessary to deploy police standard and security and enforcement. Okay. Okay, roles dengan responsibilities ni. Okay, dia roles ni dia cakap, roles ni dia adalah peranan. Peranan yang diperlukan dalam organisasi untuk memberikan tanggungjawab. Dia nak berikan peranan ni dia nak diberikan tanggungjawab yang jelas dan pemahaman tentang bagaimana kita nak lindung maklumat dan cara nak lindung maklumat dapat dicapai lah. Okay, so tujuan dia adalah untuk dia nak jelaskan lagi mengkoordinasikan kegiatan dan tindakan yang diperlukan untuk menyebarkan polisi standard dan penguasaan keamanan. Okay. So untuk responsibilities pula, dia cakap responsibilities ni adalah tanggungjawab. Okay, so setiap orang dia bertanggungjawab untuk keselamatan maklumat dalam perniagaan. So dari pemilik hinggalah daripada pekerja separuh masa yang terlibat dalam perniagaan tu dan mengendalikan data so siapa-siapa je dalam perniagaan tu yang mengendalikan data memang harus menjaga keselamatan maklumat dengan baik atau waspada daripada ancaman keselamatan, contohnya macam daripada penggodam. Okey. Seterusnya, roles and responsibilities in information security policies. So yang ni apa tu? Peranan dan tanggungjawab dalam information security policy. Okey, yang pertama sekali, if the employees take notice of unauthorized access to the information system, they must inform their superiors. So, sekiranya kalau ada macam pekerja sedar atau dapat macam notis akses tidak benar yang tak dibenarkan kat dalam sistem, diorang mesti kena beritahu dekat tu. Macam ada diorang dapat notis, ada benda yang masuk dekat sistem diorang tapi yang tak dibenarkan lah. Diorang kena beritahu dekat pihak-pihak atasan. Okay. Next adalah semua all information system user must familiar themselves with the data and information system security rules as well as with the procedures pertaining to the same. Security standard must be implemented and adhered to. So, Ni semua pengguna sistem maklumat ni atau user, semua sistem user ni kena biasakan diri lah. Dia kena biasakan diri dengan peraturan keselamatan data dengan sistem maklumat ni. So dia kena ikut juga prosedur yang sama. So setiap piawaian keselamatan yang dilaksanakan, diorang kena patuhi. Itu maksud dia. Okay. Yang last sekali, head or chief of organizational unit monitor the implementation of the information security policy in their field or work, and they also share the policy with their employees. So maksud dia, ketua atau ketua unit tu lah, organisation atau yang lead unit organisasi perlu memantau pelaksanaan tu lah. Dia kena pantau setiap gerak-geri lah keselamatan maklumat dalam dekat bidang pekerjaan diorang, dan diorang kena berkongsi cara cara untuk keselamatan maklumat tu dengan pekerja-pekerja diorang sendiri. Itulah maksud dia. So itu saja daripada saya. Terima kasih.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Jalini bin Muhammad. My metric number 01DDT 19F1210. And now I will present about concept of security awareness and how to achieve security awareness through education and training. Concept security awareness. The nature of sensitive material and physical assets they may come in contact with, such as trade secrets, privacy concerns, and government classified information. Employee and contractor responsibilities in handling sensitive information, including review of employee non-disclosure agreements. Requirements for proper handling of sensitive material in physical form, including marking, transmission, storage, and destruction. Proper methods for protecting sensitive information on computer systems, including password policy and use of two-factor authentication. Other computer security concerns, including malware, phishing, social engineering, and others. How to achieve security awareness. Implement more efficient issue notification between employees and IT departments. One of the fastest and easiest ways to remedy an information security scenario where stale and outdated security awareness training is implemented is to require as close to real-time issue reporting to the IT department as possible. This small change will pay dividends, and it will make some of the recommendations below more feasible to implement. As shown above, most faculty members in the education sector can be referred to as computer literate. Reporting issues with greater frequency will not only smash this often internalize apprehension about technology, but also teach faculty members what issues to look for as they come up. Create information security surveys for employees in the education sector. First, as mentioned above, the education institution will have a much better feel of the information security aptitude for their employees. This information can be used when establishing a baseline of information that needs to be taught in the institution next security awareness training program. Second, this survey can be used to document that the institution is going the extra mile in meeting any applicable compliance requirements. Documenting efforts like this will look good the next time compliance auditing comes due. Third, the survey can be used as an extra reporting method for current employees that did not report information security issues properly when they occurred, as they should have with the heightened IT department reporting requirement explored above. Timing employees can use the survey as a catch all to get outstanding issues in front of the IT department so they can be properly addressed. Teachable moments. A great way to address the need to have a flexible security awareness program within the education sector is to use event activated learning. EAL is a way that industries can use information as it arises to ensure that it sticks in the employee's mind enough to apply it in practice in the workplace. This approach to teaching employees information, coupled with teachable moments that can pop up at any time, equals an approach to information security that will address issues as they come up and help ensure there is apply where needed. An example of this approach will be where an information breach happens to an institution in the education sector. The breach is reported to the institution's IT department, and the IT department will then quickly assemble a short lesson to illustrate the issue that occurred and how it should be addressed in the future. It's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Khairuddin Azman. Now I'm going to talk about how to respond to a security breach. So the first one is containment. What is containment? Okay. Containment is a strategy, or we can say it is prevention that we can do in our company. So the point is, don't delay your response once an intrusion is identified. Okay, do carry out containment procedures to the expediency. Containment strategies vary depending on the nature of the attack. In some cases, it will be appropriate to shut down affected systems quickly. In others, you will want to keep them up and closely monitor the attack activities in order to gain additional detail that will help you during the remainder of the response. Having a comprehensive incident response plan to guide your actions can be the difference between success and failure. Okay, next, eradication and recovery. Okay, eradication and recovery is a uh, it is a prevention that we can do it. We can do it after it's contained. Uh, so the main point is we can do when it's time to start cleaning up the mess. Do rely on your incident response tool to get eradication and recovery efforts. During eradication, you will identify all affected systems and perform activities appropriate to the incident type, such as removing malware or changing password on breach user accounts. Recovery activities typically involve actions like restoring files from backup or installing missing security patches. These efforts are intended to get you back to normal business operations. So the third is communication. Okay. The point of communication is notification of internal and external. Don't delay in communicating with internal departments and external vendors, partners, and clients. Do outline a clear chain of communication before breach detection and follow it post-breach. Depending on your industry and state, laws vary with regard to required deadlines to inform those affected by the breach. Following proper procedures carefully and quickly can minimize fallout. Uh, for information, you can remember uh, this guide below. So the first one is contain the breach. Second, assemble the response team. Third is investigate the breach. Fourth, document the who, what, where, when, why, and how of the breach, as well as the relevant notification time limits. And the last one is follow your breach communication procedures, including authorities, insurance companies, and affected parties. Okay. Four is don't panic. Assemble task force. Okay. you must assemble task force that we can clear thinking and swift action is required to mitigate the damage. There is no time for blame shifting. You need a clear, predetermined response protocol in place to help people in what can be high pressure situation, and your incident management plan should follow this protocol. Okay. Second is having the right team on the job is critical. Bear these factors in mind when assembling your team. Appoint one leader who will have overall responsibility for responding to the breach. So we have one leader to lead our security to the breach. So the leader must responsible to the breach. So obvious choices are your CIO or chief risk officer. Okay, for example, we can assign them as CIO or chief risk officer. This leader should have a direct reporting line into top level management so decisions can be quickly. Okay, step five is action to prevent future breaches. Okay, first one is having address the immediate threat. Prevention is the final step. While customers may understand as isolated, they are typically less forgiving of repeated mistakes. So carry out a thorough post-breach audit to determine whether your security practice can be improved. Okay, that means you can do some practices that can be prevent at the future. So it will be great for our future. Okay, this could be include engaging a data security consultant, which will give you a fresh perspective on your existing practices and help to reassure customers and others that you do business with. Okay, second is promptly remedying any identified security flaws. Changes should be reflected in the security policies and training documents. That we can, for example, training documents. If such documents don't exist, we can create them. Okay. The third is rolling out training to relevant personnel to ensure that everyone is up to speed on the latest practices. And the last one, reviewing regiments with service providers to ensure that they are subject to appropriate data security obligations. Okay, that means we can arrange with service providers to make our network more effective. And not if not already the case, data security compliance, a key criterion applied in the procurement process. Security incident response tools for security testing. And now I'm gonna show you the best security incident response tools for security testing. I'm suggest you to use Siphon. What is Siphon? Okay, Siphon is an open source incident management and response platform. Okay, the first point is Siphon eliminates the headaches of incident management by streamlining a multitude of related tasks through a single platform. Okay, so as we know that incident management and response that can make our life stress. That I know that it will stress. Then I will be the same. Okay, so with Siphon you can eliminate the headaches. Okay, so it will be easier. Okay, then it receives processes and triggers events for provide an all-encompassing and encompassing solution for your analytic workflow. Okay, so it will aggregate data, uh, bundling and prioritizing alerts, and empowering analysts to investigate and document incidents. So the features of Siphon is the first is aggregate data from numerous sources, email, for example, email, log messages, API, social media, and more. And the second one is single pane of glass view instead of multiple dashboards. And the third is generate custom alerts with push notifications. Uh, Fourth is view incidents by critically level that we can see with incidents that it will show the critical level. Okay. For fifth is investigate alerts and track work performed. Okay, so this is the image that we can see: collect, alert, investigate, and respond. Okay. Next, I will show you how to install Siphon. Okay, step one, you must go to the Siphon web. Okay, you must go to the web page, main web page of Siphon, and enter your email address. Okay, step two, you have to create a virtual machine. Okay, you can create a virtual machine using Ubuntu virtual machine, the visualization software of choice. Ensure that the VM is configured at least 8 gig of memory and at least 20 gig of disk space. Okay. Mount the ISO. Okay, you must mount the ISO on a virtual machine. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Configure networking for the VM so you can access the Siphon web interface. Instructions for VirtualBox, instructions for VMware. Okay. If you're using the VM locally, press selecting bridge adapter with VirtualBox or bridge networking. Step 3, install Ubuntu server with Siphon. Okay. You must start the VM and hit enter twice to proceed with the installing the operating system. Follow the prompts to select a language, keyboard, map, disk space, and credentials for a new user. Once installation is complete, the VM should reboot automatically. So you just follow the step. And for step 4 is start Siphon. Now you need to via the console or SSH and run the following command. Okay, you can use this command that it should show the service as active, green, green color if it's active. If it does not, you may start Siphon manually with this command. So the system details to Siphon, and it it may take a few minutes for all the containers to be pulled. So you just follow this command. Okay. Okay, next, step 5, you just to enter this command, check that all Siphon doc containers are out and running. And you just type this command and it will work. Don't worry, okay. And lastly, step 6, access Siphon web interface. From the command line, get the list of network interface. Just type ifconfig, then it will show you the network interfaces. Okay. That's all for me. Thank you. And I will give to my friend.